Hello, Richard. I was going to read from my autobiography, but I find it difficult reading and making mistakes. I could do it better this way. It concerns my R.A.F. experiences, so you might like to hear about them. And it concerns my period as OTU, Operational Training Unit, in the beginning, the very beginning of 1945, January actually, 45. The OTU was at Husbands Bosworth in North Ireland. Where was it? Leicestershire, I think it was. Anyway, Husbands Bosworth. And it was on Wellington bombers, the Wimpy to you. And the flying duties were getting to know the Wellington by means of circuits and bumps, which were what they say, practice landings, cross-country runs, navigational trips, which included flying into Holland, by the way, and France, and right onto the fringe of the front lines. And also bombing and gunnery exercises involving 10-pound practice bombs, live ammunition, or a camera gun with attacking Spitfires. Now, the Spitfires, I well remember the sight of those Spitfires. Beautiful, beautiful. The only way to see a Spitfire is from the air. It's well, not the only way, but it's the best way, the most beautiful way. And I used to see them on the beam, usually the port beam. No, it'd be the starboard beam. Port to me, I'm looking backwards, remember, as a rear gunner. I was a rear gunner. And I'd see them turn and start to attack. And as they approached and came within firing range, I'd instruct my skipper to corkscrew, which is a very violent manoeuvre, spinning down and up around the sky, trying to shake off the Spitfires. We never did. I can always see the yellow spinner of a Spitfire seemingly filling my gun turret and just outside the rear turret as well. And after the exercise, the Spitfire would then position itself on our starboard, that's right, yes, starboard beam, and he'd get very close, tug himself very close to the Wimpy, and after a short space of time he'd give two-finger salute, and he'd roll over the top of us and dive down for home. Beautiful sight, magnificent. Now, one long night we were on the circuits and bumps from early evening in a succession of unlucky aircraft. One had engine failure, and we had to make a forced landing on the airfield and await the next one. There's something happened to that one, and anyway, to cut a long story short, the next time we took off, which was shortly afterwards, it's getting dark, but it's late by this time, the pilot made a heavy landing and he disconnected all the electrics to the main batteries. He loosened the batteries up. As we hadn't touched down until well past halfway down the runway actually, there was a lot of consternation in the control tower. They'd seen the huge beast fly past with its lights on, and then all of a sudden it disappeared. No lights, no nothing. We overshot the runway and we didn't do too much damage. We came to rest with the undercarriage. We went through a hedge and we came to rest. The undercarriage was still all right. And the blood wagons, as we call the ambulances, had been alerted, and the fire brigade, and the silence was soon broken by the wailing sirens as they approached a somewhat dejected pilot. Well, the finale to this exercise is we had to climb into yet another aircraft to finish our practice. Now, entry to the Wimpy, I should mention, was through the hatch under the nose. From there, I had to squeeze past the pilot's cramped cockpit, past the signal and navigator's position, climb over the main spar, holding the wings together, then walk down the narrow catwalk to the turret at the bottom of the fuselage. And each shuffling step saw the fuselage get smaller and smaller in size, and I doubling myself up, made myself smaller as well. I'd climb into my turret. When the plane finally landed after that last exercise, they all climbed out thankfully to go back for breakfast and bed, and Jim Turner was missing. They found me fast asleep in the turret, and I never even felt the bumps of the last landing. That's just a short story. I'll continue with another story of interest later.